Talktainment Radio, worldwide sound. Talktainmentradio.com. We give you a reason to come. The world's greatest radio. We give you a reason to stay. Radio, the way it should be heard. You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
This is the voice of Deliverance. 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 Behold the power, the power, the power. Heard exclusively on TalkTainmentRadio.com. Radio, the way it should be heard. I'm Dr. K. Robinson. Hey, TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go, the world's greatest radio. You're in touch with the voice of Deliverance. You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. We're getting ready to drop some seeds of truth in you today, and my name is Dr. K. Robinson, and this is radio, the way it should be heard. I have got a guest that I have wanted to be a guest for a long time, and today is the day. This is the special day. I introduce to you Columbus, Ohio, and the world, Al Warner. He is a resident of Columbus, and he is the most interesting man. Well, there was another one. But anyway, the most interesting man that I've met since I've been here. He's got a lot to say, and he's going to share some of these things with you today. So whatever your questions are, we want you to put the number down, 1-877-932-9766. Call in for any questions that you have, if you have one. If not, just keep listening, because I'm going to introduce him. He is from Washington, D.C. That was where he was raised. That's where he was born. He was born first, and then he was raised, right? Okay, let's get it right. Then he moved to Columbus 25 years ago. I met him at breakfast at after a show on Straight Talk, Kahari. Well, anyway, we went to breakfast, and I listened to him, and I began to hear his passion and his heart. And we want him to say hello to you today.
Hello, Kay. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on your show. I feel honored.
Well, I am honored, too. I had to get on Talktainment to tell you how much I think of you and how much I hope that you are ready to move out into the city of Columbus and even the world to speak from your heart. He's here today because I asked him, but he has so much education that I just have to read to you some of the places that he has been educated. Former board Chi APDS 2 terms. You all know who that is. What is that? What is that, Al?
Afrocentric Personal Development Shop.
Oh, wow. He's into people. He just said he loves his people. You got to love people to serve them. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, then. So I love people, too, and usually people love me or not. Well, it doesn't make a difference. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, and so is Al. He is also a former board chair of the neighborhood house, and he did that in 2 terms.
Yes.
Now, I've been to the neighborhood house. It's closed down now, isn't it?
Unfortunately.
But he was there when I first went there, and it was so interesting helping the community. And then former president of the board, so he ran the place.
Yes.
And then after he left, I think it closed, am I right?
Well, no, it was some years. It was some years before it closed. About 10 years after I left, you had 10 years of, I think, challenged leadership. And it was only a whisper of the agency it used to be.
Right. Well, what causes our agencies that are helping so many people? What makes them fold?
In some times, poor leadership. sometimes poor vision, sometimes poor execution, poor political relationships, a bad strategy, a bad strategic overlay. Any number of things can cause an agency to go downhill. Now, in some cases, you may have what I suspect happened with the neighborhood house is you didn't have people who were organic. They weren't flexible enough to react when things were happening.
Okay.
So things got backed up on them, I believe.
All right. Well, you will know because you're a leader, and a leader delegates authority to people under him.
Yes.
And if they don't get it, or if they're slow moving, or if they don't execute what you are telling them to do, there is a loss of building and moving forward. And I know that has a lot to do with our agencies, or the people that serve under you have to have the same amount of passion, the same amount of push that you do.
Well, there are consequences for poor leadership. But one of the things, the reason that I led with leadership is because if you are truly leading an organization, then you inspect what you expect for respect. And if you are not inspecting what you're expecting, some things are going to get by you.
Right.
And that's how it ends up backing up.
I see. Now that sounds like a leader to me, because he's breaking it down and making you understand exactly what you have to do to keep formation and especially build. You have to build. You have to move forward. You have to have your eye on the prize at all times. And it takes a lot of energy and a lot of spirituality. In other words, you have to see beyond the natural. And I know what I'm talking about, because that's what I talk about.
Absolutely.
I talk about that all the time. You got to see beyond the natural, and that's where we are now. We have got to see beyond what we have been looking at all of these years. He also went to the Institute for Contemporary Journalism for 2 terms.
I was the president of that board for 2 terms.
Well, he's just been the president, but everything. He's been practicing.
Oh, my goodness.
And a member of the CCCB. What is the CCCB?
The Columbus Citizens Board. Civilian Board, yeah.
That's right. Columbus Citizens Civilian Board.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the agency that has the code of conduct?
That is the agency that has the code of conduct.
And,
yes.
All right. And who is your
our
founder?
Our chair.
You chaired it.
Is our chair.
Oh, I see.
Is the inimitable Kahari Inaharo.
Ooh, he's in the building today.
His head just got big.
Bigger, yes.
Bigger, okay.
No, that's another great man. We haven't interviewed him yet. We got to get ready for that, because he's the chief interviewer. Yeah. But in the meantime, he's our producer today. He's telling us what to do, where to look and where not to look, and all that good stuff. And we appreciate his effort and his teaching toward us, because we don't know how to do this unless somebody teaches us. You have been a business owner for over 35 years. I just asked you for a job, and you said no.
I did not say no. I did not say no.
I need a job. Well, anybody else, you try. He may give you a job.
But before, when Kahari said he wanted to fire you, I said, go ahead and fire her. I'll hire her. And I did not say that.
And I stepped right up and said, I'm ready to go to work.
Yes, you did.
You know, I retired, baby, and this retirement money is not taking me across the country.
Understand.
In fact, it is not taking me 4 blocks. I live 4 blocks away from here. So I came up on empty.
So what you're telling me you want my money to take you across the country? Okay. Okay.
I need a job, somebody. Talktainment is just Free Willy. But in the meantime, it goes all over the world, and I can't get to go no other way. So I'm going to go the best way I can. Let's keep moving on. Let's move. Right. You know, he's a business owner. What do you do in this business?
I own IEG, which is Innovative Educational Group, and Innovative Educational Group also owns another company named College Sense.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do primarily is focus on educational consulting from soup to nuts, from K through 16.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our most significant staples in our business is ACT and SAT preparation for high school students.
Wow, you're doing a good work.
Yeah, during the course of a year, we will tutor or have in seminars about 4,500 students every year, and we price our seminars well below market, below, because we believe every kid should have access to them. And not only do we price it below market, our results are better than the more popular programs like Princeton Review or things like that. Our students are averaging nearly a 3.0 increase in the ACT across the board. And that is a phenomenal accomplishment.
My goodness. You know, I didn't know you did all of that. You're really helping.
Well, that's only one part of it. We also do professional development for principals as well as for teachers. We do group team building and things of that nature. We put in professional learning systems. We provide manipulatives and all kinds of educational materials from K through 8.
Okay.
There's a number of things we do. I even consult with several superintendents statewide in their kind of kitchen cabinet. I kind of advise and instruct them.
You're a busy man.
Yes.
I didn't know you were doing all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, now somebody call in and ask him for a job. He won't give me mine. Oh my goodness! His past also involves a former central office administrator, urban school district.
Yes.
So he was outside of the city.
I was the number 2 in charge at Mansfield City Schools a few years back. I was right under the superintendent. So whatever he didn't want on his plate ended up on mine.
Okay. You were the former K-12 principal and the current manager partner, Innovative Educational Group.
That is correct.
And master's degree in organizational leadership.
Yes.
That's why he's so busy.
Well,
he knows how to delegate people, and he can spot people, what they can do and what they can't do, and put them in the right position. And I heard him fuss them out if they don't do right.
Well, that's just inspecting what I expect. That's all.
Somebody told me, said, Al's not an angel. Who told me that?
I don't know. Who would have told you that?
I told him it is not my habit to be interviewing angels, although I would like to. But I don't think today I've got an angel. He was telling me, no, he's not an angel. What did you mean?
I grew up in Anacostia, Southeast Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And at the time that I grew up there, Washington was considered the murder capital of the country.
Oh, my.
We did a little study. 62% of that city's murders occurred within 2 miles of my front step.
Oh, my goodness.
So what I mean when I say that is that was a kind of a tough upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got saved, I guess, when I went to high school, because I was quite an athlete in my day.
Okay.
And I mentioned my day because that was about 100 pounds ago. But
you're losing, though. You're losing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we played against one of the best teams in the city, and that ended up with me getting a scholarship to Sidwell Friends High School. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know what Sidwell Friends is, it's a private prep school the same one that Barack Obama sent his kids to, and Clinton sent his kid to.
Okay.
And Ann Davis, who used to be Reagan's wife, she attended there. So, I mean, it has a stoic history.
Yes.
It is clearly one of the best institutions of learning in the country.
My goodness. See, you know something, when somebody has so much within them, somebody else has to go ask them to speak about it, because nobody goes out and blows their own whistle. You know what I mean? And we would never know that this man is living in Columbus and has all of this background education and leadership performance if somebody hadn't asked him to come and talk on Talktainment. You can hear the Voice of Deliverance, where I ask people all the time to tell us who they are and what their mission is. And you can listen to us live on our website at talktainmentradio.com. To watch the live broadcast of the Voice of Deliverance, go to YouTube and type in the word Talktainment, hit the space bar, and type in the word radio. Scroll down to Talktainment 2 live on YouTube and watch the live broadcast. Then check out for the replay on Talktainment 2 live on YouTube and Facebook.com. Talktainment. We're on YouTube now with all the music and everybody. And please like us and subscribe, because we're here because of you. It is a strange thing how we do this. We do this all because we love people. We're here today because of people.
Yes.
We really don't know that much about what we're doing, or if it has an impact, or if it makes a difference. We don't care, because we're not here for that. We're here because we care for you. We love people. We love to see people grow. We love to see people change, and we can't help it. It's like an addiction. If we're not on Talktainment, we're writing a book. If we're not writing a book, I'm preaching a sermon, or he's giving a speech, or he's fussing somebody out. I mean, you know, it's something that you got to do. It's a great, great feeling. It really is, to want to fill the needs of God's people. And it isn't a religious thing altogether, because a religion is a form of filling needs. No, we really do want you to change. We want you to have the truth. We want you to have the proper information. We want our children to grow up with the access of education and everything that they can have to be who they were supposed to be in the earth today.
Hey, Kay, you asked me about not being an angel. And I started with where I grew up and the fact that it was kind of tough.
Yeah.
And I believe in social justice issues. I really do. And I always have. But the bottom line is, when you raise hell, speak truth to power, and hold people's feet to the fire to hold them accountable, you're going to get your hands dirty along the way. And along the way, I've gotten my hands dirty just like everybody else. Because when you have that kind of passion and commitment, you don't easily give it up when it gets difficult.
No.
You don't turn and tuck your tail and run when it's hard to do.
Right.
Sometimes you might have to bust somebody in the mouth.
No,
You know, sometimes, now wait a minute now. You the one that said 3 times now
you're not an angel,
that I'll be fussing people out. But even when I'm fussing people out, it is an attempt to make them better, and to make them stronger, and to make them able to endure, because endurance is part of the game. Speaking of which, this year, in the last 12 months, for those of you who know me, you know that I'm usually clean shaven and, you know, all that stuff. No, I'm not growing a beard. I just didn't shave today. But enduring is important. You know, this year I've had 2 strokes.
Oh, wow.
And that's taken a whole lot out of me.
Right.
But as far as physically,
Mm-hmm.
but mentally and passionately,
Mm-hmm.
it's just giving me time to restoke my fires more than anything else.
Yes, yes.
So you guys, as soon as I'm able to talk like I used to,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be hell when I get back. I just thought I'd tell you that.
We got 6 more months, people. Get ready for Al Warner.
Wow.
I'll tell you, he's going to be a mighty, mighty man. And all of this goes together to make the character you need to be able to reach out and touch people and change their lives.
Absolutely.
Whatever you suffer, anybody that does a great work that is effective has gone through a challenge that could have taken them out, but didn't, because they refused to leave without victory. That's your word today. And be proud, be blessed when something terrible happens to you, because you know God's got you prepared. He has to prepare you for the warfare that you got to go through.
Absolutely.
To save somebody.
Well, see, I was in prayer, and I said, God, why me? And the answer, I guess, was, well, why not you?
Why not you?
But, he kind of told me in a funny way. He said, Al, look, I'm going to tell you the truth. You are going to live for one reason and one reason only. And I said, okay, what's that? He said, heaven is full. And hell is afraid you take over.
Wow.
So you have no choice but to finish the work you've started. And I said, okay, well, no problem. So since hell is afraid I'll take over.
Yes.
And
yes.
heaven is full.
Yeah, you better get something to do.
Folks, I hope to be here with you for many, many more years. We got a lot of work to do.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Talktainment Radio. No, talktainmentradio.com is a 24/7 no-charge worldwide broadcasting facility with hosts delivering on various topics such as news, lifestyle, sports, law, health, wellness, religion, politics. Here's several shows I would like to share with you. And the number one show that I'm looking at is At the Table. This man tells you, come to the table and let's talk about it, okay? And I intend to be in tune from this day forward, because I really want to see what else he's got to say. If you got a question for this man today, you can call us at 1-877-932-9766. I finally learned it. It took a while, but I got it. Thank you. And another good show, too, is The Voice of Deliverance. Dr. K. Robinson comes on, Friday from 5 to 6. And you need to listen to her, because we have everybody on our show, and we go into deep issues like we're doing today. This man has concerns that are resident here in the city of Columbus. And the number one thing he has on an international, national level is Trump.
Oh.
He's got some stuff to say about Trump.
Oh.
I brought my bodyguard today. Okay. Let her rip. Let her go. I want to hear it. What about Trump?
I'm going to pitch my show. We've been on the Donald almost all year.
Mm-hmm.
And tune in to talktainmentradio.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go to At the Table with Al Warner. That's my show.
Mm-hmm.
And catch up on all of the stuff we've been talking about. Okay. Now, what you'll find out is way before the special investigator, way before all of these revelations, we predicted almost step by step what would be happening in this administration. We have predicted who's going to get indicted, who probably isn't, where the money is, where the money isn't, where's the where are they laundering money, where are they not laundering money?
Wow.
What about the organized crime involvement? We've talked about all of that, and now some of that stuff is coming to light for everybody else.
Right.
Now, I would say one thing about Trump, whether I agree with him or disagree with him, I'm an American.
Yes.
He is my president, whether I agree with him or disagree with him, because in America, unlike Russia, we do have the opportunity to disagree with our president.
Right.
And our president, as he is currently constituted, has been not only an embarrassment,
Yes.
but he has humiliated the office of president.
Yes.
And he is creating something that is called a dynastomatic economy. Now, what a dynastomatic economy is an economy that feeds on itself from family dynasties. And that's what's happening. If you take a look at this new tax bill, it makes the rich obscenely rich. It makes rich corporations obscenely rich. Meanwhile, it's being touted as something for the middle class. And if you really take a look at it, you'll see that middle class taxes are going up. They're not going down, folks.
Right.
They're going up. But people like Trump and the folks in this country who are millionaires and billionaires class will be seeing millions and millions and millions of dollars of relief.
Right.
Meanwhile, his assault constantly on the ACA threatens to put thousands of people out of health insurance.
Right.
Now, I don't know. See, I have a feeling about politics. Politicians are supposed to be servant leaders.
Right.
Politicians are supposed to be working to make your life better.
Better. Right.
I mean, that's what I think of politics. They're supposed to be working to make your life better. Well, when you raise my taxes, when you take away my health care, when you tell me I can't deduct my home interest and mortgage, when you take away my student loan deduction or my health care deduction or all of that, and then millionaires get more and more millions of relief, I don't see that making my life better. You see, I'm every man. I'm not a crack addict on the street.
Right.
And I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm every man. I'm you. That's who I am. I'm you. So when I fight for social justice issues, for instance, I mean, I could give you a list a mile long of things I fought for. But when I fight for social justice issues, I fight from the vantage point, no matter what my lot in life is. And God has blessed me in so many ways. But I fight as you would need someone to fight. I fight for you because I am you. That's who I am.
Right.
You know, I'm a hard-working person. I get up every day. I care about my family and my paycheck, and I care about my kids, just like you do. I want the best for them.
Right.
All right? I want a safe environment. I want well-educated and well-behaved kids. And I want to make sure that I have an option and an opportunity to make enough money to take care of myself and my family.
Right.
And hopefully a few other people along the way. So to me, that's every man. And that's what I would hope that our president would keep in mind from time to time. It's not just the oligarchs. It's not just the billionaires. It's not just the donor class. But, you know, a lot of those people that voted for him are farmers. A lot of those people who voted for him are people who felt forgotten, who felt left out, who felt overlooked, who felt unloved. And my question is he showing them any love? That's the music. So I think we might have to take a break here.
Yep, you can hear more. Al Warner, we're going to give you a minute. Be right back.
Pastor Clifford Riley and the congregation at Mount Gerizim Missionary Baptist Church cordially invite you to worship with us. Yes, come to the Mountain of Blessings for a spirited, love-filled experience. Our Sunday services and twice on Wednesday Bible study will change your life. We are located at 2633 Mock Road, and our phone number is 614-475-9712. Again, 2633 Mock Road, or call 614-475-9712.
Earn a certification in healthcare, business, or manufacturing while achieving your high school diploma at Life Skills High School, a free public option for Ohio students 16 to 21 years old. Visit their website today at lifeskillshs.org or call them at 1-800-888-7992.
Stand by for an important announcement. Mortgage interest rates are the lowest in history. Did you hear that? Mortgage interest rates are the lowest in history. You can buy a home from Lenco Realty for less than rent. For details, call 614-375-2BUY. That's 614-375-2289 or log on to repohomelist.com. That's repohomelist.com and claim your American dream.
Queen's Legacy of Love 12 grand launch and grand opening. Currently looking for hosts, photographers, models, dancers, entertainers, ushers, comedians, production managers, model coordinators, stage crew, vendors, volunteers, sponsors, public relations and media personnel, and extras. Contact GGoldQQueen22@yahoo.com. Queens of Queens.
For the best home fragrance and beauty products, shop Ash Kickin online.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Made with 100% natural quality ingredients and handcrafted with your family in mind, Ash Kickin products are better than those other guys. Ash Kickin candles, incense, body butter, face moisturizer, and hair moisturizer are priced just right, and you can get yours at 10% off with coupon code TALK17. Support this 100% black-owned business and get your home and body smelling and feeling all right.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Shop Ash Kickin online at www.ashkickin.com.
This is Al Edmondson, owner of a Cutter Brother Rest Barbershop. I'm calling on all barbers and beauticians. It's time for us to unite as one. We can serve our communities better together. Join the Ohio Black Barber Beauty Network. For more information, visit www.obbn.org or call 614-427-3226 to get more information. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Join our network.
If you or a woman you know is abusing drugs and or alcohol and you want to stop the abuse, contact APDS at 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Office hours are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. APDS is certified by the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and primarily funded through the Adam H. Board. Fees are based on your income and Medicaid is always accepted. For more information, call 614-253-4448.
Every year, June marks the beginning of two busy seasons, summer and wedding season. If you are legally changing your name, you need to apply for a replacement Social Security card reflecting your new name. This is easier to fix now when you first change your name than years from now when you retire. So go to our website at www.socialsecurity.gov/SS number or call us at 1-800-772-1213, TTY 1-800-325-0778 to find out what specific documents you need to change your name and apply for a replacement card.
Think fast. In less than 30 seconds, a small flame can become a big fire. Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and keep heaters 3 feet away from anything that can burn. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
Families affected by disasters urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to those affected by disasters, big and small. Donate to Red Cross Disaster Relief. Go to redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do yourself a favor. Do us all a favor. When we're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's Wireless Companies, and the National Safety Council.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We've been married 38 years, we're retired, and this is how we live united.
We play golf and we travel, but we also decided we were going to give to and volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
I do the nursing at the clinic.
I work the front office, checking in patients, greeting them, making them feel comfortable.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places, the places that need it most and implement it best.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement too.
We even get a few bless yous. It's incredible.
We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic, so we don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTameRadio.com.
You got the power.
TalkTameRadio.com. We go where you go. Download the TalkTameRadio.com app to your cell phone or tablet. That's radio, the way it should be heard. This is the voice of Deliverance, and I am Dr. K. Robinson. Hello, how are you today? We reintroduce our guest, Al Warner from At the Table. He's on Talktainment too. And he invites you to listen to him because he just discusses all kinds of issues. He doesn't have any fear. He just speaks his mind and his heart. And we need the truth now. Am I right?
Absolutely.
I'm enjoying him being here today. I've been wanting to get this man at this table for a long time. And here we are. And he's coming back, too. I know he's got to come back.
Just call.
I tell you what, we got Al Warner for a minute. That's what he said. He just won't be here for a minute. You can hear Voice of Deliverance live on your website at TalkTainmentRadio.com. To watch the live broadcast of Voice of Deliverance like now, go to your YouTube and type in the word Talktainment, hit the space bar and type in the word radio. Scroll down to Talktainment 2 live on YouTube and watch the live broadcast. Then check out for the replay on Talktainment 2 live on YouTube and Facebook.com Talktainment. Please like us now and subscribe. We're going to continue to the issues for today. The next thing y'all want to ask him is, how does he see Columbus? This is the city that we're living in, the capital of Ohio, a great city where they're building and building and building and expanding. Somebody's got some money. But what do you think about the political status of Columbus, Ohio?
Oh, my. I didn't bring my bodyguard tonight, but I will say this about that. When I first came to Columbus, I was told, this is a great place to raise a family. This is one of the best places in the country to raise a family. And I said, okay. So I sat about my business thing, but meanwhile, I observed. And a couple of years later, because I came here with a 5-year plan, now it's 25 years later. But a couple of years later, I looked up and said, this is a great place to raise a family, huh? For whom? Now, if you have a 700 credit score and you're living in Clintonville, or you're living downtown in the $300,000 townhouses, I guess this is a great place to raise a family. But if you're in one of those communities where people are walking up and down the street looking like zombies because of self-medicating,
yes,
or there's recklessness and violence in your neighborhood, or the police are not as respectful for you or to you as you would think that they should be, then this may not be the greatest place for you to raise a family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that's by design or by accident, but it is a reality of Columbus. You know, there are people here who think, oh, I can't wait till Westinghouse comes back. I can't wait till General Motors comes back. You know, manufacturing, no. Here's the bottom line, guys. Get it through your head. Those jobs are not coming back. You are not going to see General Motors building a plant here. Westinghouse isn't building a plant here. Why would they come here when they could go to China, Malaysia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and pay pennies on the dollar for labor and not have to worry about unions? They are not likely to come back here. So what I see about Columbus is this is a city that is pregnant with possibilities.
Right.
It is pregnant with opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
In my company, we have something called Probertunity Managers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that may sound kind of funny, but I believe wherever there's a problem, there's an opportunity.
Right.
So we call them Probertunity Managers. And that may, again, sound a little quirky, but it works for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in Columbus, we need to realize there are 7 million jobs out there in the labor field, in the labor pool, that are not being filled. And we need to take a look at those jobs and figure out what kind of training do we need to provide for those people. Columbus needs to put emphasis in research and technology, whether in labs or whether in a technology corridor. If you want to put the city on the map, do something that is worthy of being on the map. I've been fighting for years for better nursery care. You know, we turn our kids over to these nursery schools at 2 and 3 and 4 years old. And then when they come out, they still can't read the name. They can't write their name. They can't tie their shoes. Something's wrong with that.
Right.
For agencies that get licensed by the city. I think the city has a stronger responsibility of saying these are the things that absolutely these measurements have to be met if you're going to be licensed by the city.
Right.
You know, we have a wonderful trash and recycling center in process here, but even it misses the mark. If you don't believe me, then take a look at what Sweden is doing with this trash.
Mm-hmm.
For 1 ton of trash, they create hours and hours and hours and hours of energy. Now, we're talking about our electric bills going through the roof, our water bills going through the roof, our gas bills going through the roof, but we're not looking at alternatives that would maybe suppress some of those prices.
Right.
You know, most of the politicians in this city, I'm sorry to be so verbose, have a tendency to believe that not making waves and maintaining the status quo
Right.
is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I would say a good thing for whom? Because I learned that to remain stagnant in an ever-changing society is in fact decay. You're actually decaying when you try to stand still. If you're not moving forward, you are most assuredly moving backwards.
Right.
Now, while our politicians have sold their souls to the people who want to develop downtown,
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
I am not angry at that. Not at all. They want to sell their souls, it's their souls. They can sell them if they want to. But while you're turning downtown into Oz as in the Wizard of Oz, don't treat everybody else like a damn munchkin. Okay? That's my issue. You know, don't say we're going to do things in North Linden or South Linden. We're going to do things on the hilltop. We're going to do things on the bottoms. We're going to do things on Williams Road. We're going to do all those things. And then just keep talking about what you're going to do while downtown is turning into Oz.
Right.
People don't live downtown because most of us, remember I told you earlier, I'm every man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't afford $300,000 and $400,000 and $500,000 townhouses.
Right.
So for everybody else, don't they have a right to live in the city as well and benefit from the potential greatness of this city? I think they do. So that's just a taste of where I would go, Kay.
The main thing, we have to be on one accord from the bottom to the top. And they're taking everything that is above the bottom and owning it and building it for prosperity, even riches. Again, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer.
Well, that's that dynastic economy.
And that is a planned decision.
Yes.
Of how to get richer, and they don't care who they are making poor in the process. They really do not care, because the only people that matter are the ones that are putting the riches in place for themselves. I don't know if we can stop men from being that way. This sexual revelation about how women have suffered under men's command to maintain a job. And I do believe that is a move of revelation, so everybody can see that I don't care what color a man or a woman is, if they want to make you pay the price to hold a job, they can and they will. So we have to look beyond color now. We have to look beyond male and female and look at the heart of the people that serve us and people that lead us. Donald Trump has been revealed in the type of man that he has been all of his life.
That gild is off the lily. Yes.
And I do believe that the sexual thing that's gone on with men in high power is also a cover that is being pulled off of men so people can see the truth. Our whole country is being revealed, from the White House to the church to the penthouse to the drug house, to show where the heart and mind of people are as far as loving their neighbor and their nation. That is something that's way beyond our control, but it's also something that I see. There's a revelation. You know why people would never want to be revealed like they are. Kevin Spacey and all of these other they would never. They have never been told on until now. But suddenly the cover has been pulled off. How far are we going in Columbus before the cover is pulled off here? Because our future of this city is very uncovered at this time. We don't know where we're going as all of the people in the city coming together. There's no coming together, but there are things that will bring us together, like hurricanes and destruction and sexual revelations about men and how they have controlled the female population. There's another level of revelation I'm counting on is going to happen even in this city, because they're making such strong headway to divide and make that division greater and greater and greater between the poor and the rich. That's the comfort of a rich man, that he has to deal with poverty. He doesn't have to deal with being secondary in any way. He's first, and he'll do anything to stay first. Mm-hmm. That's the wrong spirit. Mm-hmm. You're going to destroy people when you do that. So the future of the city is going where?
Well, earlier we talked about vision and leadership. I still think that our vision is askew. See, in order for this city to be the great city that everyone wants to consider it, then everybody has to be included. Everybody has to be a stakeholder.
Okay.
Everybody has to be a partner. Everybody has to look at their home and their community and their family as something that belongs to them. If you're worried, if your heart jumps when the police lights go on behind you because you're not sure you're going to make it home, we got a problem.
Yes.
If your kid is 15 minutes late from school and you go into an anxiety attack, we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at the problems and try to solve them. I think that when we all feel as though we don't have to be equal members, but at least we all agree that we are members of the same tribe.
Mm-hmm.
A funny thing happens. There's a coalescence that happens. There's an energy that is built.
Right.
There's a respect that occurs. And when you don't have those things, then you have Tribe A in Clintonville, Tribe B in Whitehall, Tribe C in Reynoldsburg, Tribe D in the Near East Side, and as many things as we have in common, you would never know it because it becomes competitive.
Right.
You know, does A have more than B, or B have more than C, or C have more than D? And what politician can I own, or what politician can I influence so that we get more than you? And that's a problem. That's a problem. As long as you have that problem, we're not going to have a community. We're not going to have what we keep saying we're striving for. We're not going to have that. What we'll have are a bunch of little barren neighborhoods where some have and some don't. So you're going to have the have and have-nots
Right.
in a much, much bigger way. So, you know, those are some of the things that we can work on. You know, we have an opioid problem here.
Right.
We have 5 or 6 different hospitals,
Mm-hmm.
6 or 7 different universities,
Hmm.
and we can't figure out that we need some sort of opium treatment center on each side of town. We can't figure that out. We can't figure out how to pay for it. We can't figure out how to take that message to the streets. We can't figure out when you go up and down, let's say, Sullivan Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
On every second or third street, you got a drug den, trap houses.
Mm-hmm.
You got all kinds of stuff. And you cannot convince me that, number one, our police intelligence agency doesn't know it exists, because they do.
They do.
But then number two, that we can't do something about it. You know, you go up and down Sullivan Avenue, you see all kinds of states of what's going on. I'll just use Sullivan Avenue for an example.
Mm-hmm.
I can use Cleveland Avenue. I can
Right.
use High Street. I can
That's
use,
right.
you know, I can use a whole bunch of streets. But what's happening when you talk about Columbus is these are the overlooked people.
Mm-hmm.
These people are in pain.
Mm.
They are in pain. And you don't understand how much pain they're in. These people don't want to walk like zombies. They don't want to have survival sex, because that's what it is. When you are selling yourself so you can eat,
Mm-hmm.
so you are selling yourself so your kids can eat,
Mm-hmm.
you selling yourself so you can get the next hit.
Right.
That's called survival sex.
Right.
And somehow or another, these people are overlooked. They're forgotten, or they're locked up, which is similarly stupid. You know, what's funny is when the people look like me, drugs is a criminal offense. When the people look like some others, then it's a disease. So I don't understand. I'm a human being too. I bleed red blood. So if I have a disease and Barbie has a disease, we both have a damn disease.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Now, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, that is not a declaration, folks. I do not have a drug problem. I know some of you may have thought so, but I do not have a drug problem.
No.
I have never, ever done drugs.
He's never done drugs.
So
I know that.
So, yeah, thank you. So we're good as far as that's concerned. But like I said, if I am every man, then I have to be empathic, empathetic to those people who do have a drug problem.
Right.
I have to be empathetic to the alcoholic.
Right.
Empathetic to the senior parent. Empathetic to the person who doesn't have a job. Empathetic to the person who is in so much pain that they're self-medicating. And I'm not talking about back pain or leg pain. There's psychological pain.
And emotional.
There's emotional pain. There's mental pain. There's spiritual pain that some of these people are going through and enduring day by day. Okay? And a lot of that adds to a lot of the other problems that we need to solve in this city.
Well, as long as we keep talking about it and keep it forefront in our minds, we know there's work to do, that we are responsible, and a lot can change if you care. You don't have to get out and you don't have to look to politicians or government, but it is important for you to care, and something will come to you that can help others in a very small way and will bless you because you're doing the right thing at the right time. We want to say goodbye and thanks to Al Warner because he's a wonderful man. He's got so much more.
It's been a pleasure.
So much more that he can share with us with his wisdom and knowledge, and we're going to ask him to come back. But for today, I'm just saying God bless you. May you continue to get stronger and stronger, and definitely come back and let us know what you're going to do in the next life. Bye-bye.
Whiter than snow. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's glorious.